is on the low side. Off the 18 degrees of banking, they go down on 5 degrees of banking, and Dale Jarrett wiggles a little bit as they come out of the second corner. They bump, they touch, they rub, going down the backstretch, side by side, wheel to wheel. Who is it going to be in the Champions Park Plug 400? Jarrett has the slight advantage as they go into the third and fourth corners. Davey Allison battles back on the outside. It's going to be a photo finish. They touch coming down through the tri-oval at the line. Who wins it? I believe it's Dale Jarrett won it, but it was a photo finish. He didn't win by more than 4 or 5 inches.
Ned, that had to be one of the most exciting races you've ever seen.
Well, it was exciting to see Dale win his first one, coming right down to the wire, winning just by inches, seeing it here on ESPN with you in the booth, and, of course, Bob Jenkins and all the rest of the guys. But you had a similar feeling, too, with a brother.
Bill won the Winston 500 Talladega in 1980 and pulled into victory lane for the first time in a Winston Cup event.
Parsons leads now. Bobby Allison is on the high side of the racetrack. Very high in turn number 2. The battle is for third spot. Ken Schrader and Jeff Bodine go at it.
Bobby got that run going up high. He got some momentum.
Here comes Bobby Allison. Bill Parsons goes low on the racetrack in an attempt to block Bobby Allison from making a move. They go into turn number 3 in single file formation. Bobby Allison is second. Jeff Bodine is third. Then Terry Labonte and Ken Schrader. They come off of the fourth corner into the banking of the tri-oval. Bill Parsons has the lead. Bobby Allison running second. If Allison is going to make a move, he's going to have to do it now. He cannot do it. Bill Parsons is going to win his first Winston Cup race. There's a checkered flag. Parsons wins.
Talladega was the site of a rookie winner in '87 when Davey Allison won in the same race that his father had the crash we saw earlier.
Davey Allison, a half a lap to go. Let's watch and see if Davey Allison can win the Winston 500. He's in turns 3 and 4. He's on to the tri-oval, a short straightaway connecting turn 4 and the dog leg here in front of the grandstand. He's a few feet away from the checkered flag. There it is. Davey Allison wins.
Just 1 month later, Davey became the first driver ever to post 2 wins in his rookie season when he won at Dover in his very first Winston Cup start at that track.
Earlier, Bob Jenkins mentioned ESPN's first broadcast were back in 1981. It didn't take long for new winners to catch on. In fact, in 2 of the first 4 races that we did, there were new names in victory lane. At the Martinsville Speedway, Morgan Shepherd picked up his first win in only his 15th Winston Cup start, dominating the day in Cliff Stewart's Pontiac. Just a few weeks later, Georgia driver Jody Ridley picked up his only career Winston Cup win when he won the Mason-Dixon 500 at Dover, Delaware, driving for veteran car owner and mechanic Junie Donlevy. We had another popular first-time winner at Darlington in 1988 when Lake Speed won in the Trans-South 500.
Earlier, we saw Brett Bodine pick up his first win at North Wilkesboro.
And 4 other drivers who certainly have a bright future in Winston Cup racing have picked up their first victory in Winston Cup racing in the last few years.
Rusty Wallace picked up his first win at Bristol Raceway in 1986 in the Valleydale 500.
I didn't think it ever happened because I worked so hard, and that last 30 laps seemed like 200, I'll tell you, and I just kept driving every line just as careful as I could. And 50 laps in a race, I said, boy, I wish there was just one more lap left, and then that one lap come on, I said, thank God.
Just 4 years after his first win, Rusty would be battling another newcomer, Ernie Irvin, at Bristol, who was looking for his first win for him and the Morgan McClure team.
Let's watch this final lap and see if Ernie Irvin can hold off the challenge of defending Winston Cup champion Rusty Wallace, who won his first race here at Bristol. Ernie Irvin, it appears, is going to. Here he is off the 4th corner. Yes, Ernie Irvin wins the Busch 500.
Look at this group.
I'll be god darn. I remember the last 50 laps real well because as soon as Dale had dropped back, I thought, man, this might be an easy deal, and here come Rusty. And it was one heck of a battle for the finish.
After watching Mark Martin battle for the Winston Cup Championship in 1990, it's hard to believe his first win came only 1 year earlier at Rockingham.
Driving up here into victory lane, you know, I just felt like my whole life was fulfilled. I've wanted it so bad for so long, and I'm just really lucky to have the opportunity to work with, you know, Jack and Roush and Steve Neal, Robin Pemberton, and all the guys at Stroh's Light, Ford, and have this family, and I feel like I've got it all right now.
We'll never forget Alan Kulwicki's famous victory lap in the wrong direction at Phoenix following his first win in 1988.
First-time winners are always fun for everyone, and it's happened 11 times in 10 years on ESPN. When we come back, Bob Jenkins is going to take a quick look at the short tracks, super speedways, and road courses we've covered.